Welcome to Black Diesel Garage. I'm Gabe, and in this video, we go 4 hours away to Welding, Oklahoma to get this flatbed for White Lightning. And in the beginning of this video, there's probably going to be 2 attempts, I think, that I filmed, or I was going to get other flatbeds and didn't work out. So far, we still have to head back to Kansas, but we got the bag. So if you want to see how this video unfolds, watch it. And let's get into it. Alright, so we are getting ready to pull this box bed off because there's a guy coming who's going to buy this bed from me and trade me a flatbed for it. So we got all the bolts out. We had to torch 3 of the bolts and unscrew 2 of them, but the tops, or unscrew 3 of them, but the tops were screwed up on 3 of them, so we torched those ones off. The fuel necks have been disconnected and the wires still aren't. I figured I'd undo the wires once it's up in the air. So we're about to lift this thing off with a Bobcat. Well, Maddie did a good job picking it up. We had to mess around with the chains a little bit. We've got it picked up. Went up pretty good, got the fuel necks out, got it cleared over the ball, and we only have 1 plug, and there's actually a plug on it, so that's nice. See if I can't get this undone. Let me get a screwdriver. There's that, and everything looks disconnected. Well, there it is with the bed off. That'll look way better with a flatbed. So hopefully next you see us putting a flatbed on that, if everything goes to plan. Well, I wish I had a better view of the sky, but it's a beautiful morning out. And today we're gonna cut the 5th wheel plate off this thing real quick. And we're gonna drive an hour away and get a flatbed for this thing and try to jerry-rig it on top of there so we can get back home. So that's what's in the agenda for the rest of this. So I don't got a whole lot of time, so I'm going to hurry and get to torching that off. So not the most beautifulest job, but it's cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and load down with straps and some timbers and get this thing fired up and get on down the road. Well, let's see if the crew cab starts. Not very good juices. I think it'll still start though. Good picture, but there's kind of the sunrise. It doesn't show up good on my phone, but we're hitting the road. Well, one thing led to another, and picking up the flatbed did not work. So it is once again another day, and I'm about to leave to get the flatbed, but I welded my exhaust up because my exhaust was in two, and then I found out I had a leaky injector, so I'm pulling that apart at my brother's house to throw some new O-rings in that injector. And then I'll hit the road. So, in a minute. Well, I got my injectors kind of fixed. It's all fueled up and ready to roll. I'm gonna head on over to Hays, Kansas to get a flatbed. That's not good. Battery's real low. I blew my alternator belt and my vacuum pump belt. So now I turned around back and came back to town. Have to try another time, once again. The third attempt to go get a flatbed. And there's more variables for us to not make it this time with that kind of piece of junk truck. So let's see if we get there. So we're gonna fire up the truck here. It's 3 in the morning and hit the road. Well, it's a little bit dark out. I'm not sure you guys can probably really see anything. I haven't ever had the plug working on this truck yet, or the glow plugs. But I hooked up the block heater and the plug's working. You can't see, but I have my toolbox strapped on the back. Let's see if this thing will just start with no ether or nothing. It means I have the block plugged in. That is a no. So, if I can find it in here, I'm gonna use a little bit of ether. So now it should start. Here's a 6.5 Chevy we just bought. We're gonna be getting that thing running for the channel. Let's hit the road. Well, we made it to Strong City, Kansas. This is a little shop here. It's kind of cool looking. A cool old some kind of car. I have no idea what it is. Just figured I'd stop to check things. Everything seems good. Let's get on down the road. See how far we get. Well, there it is, no bed on it. Went to Walmart, picked up some tire steering fluid because we're leaking. lot better with the bed on it. Well, so far so good. We made it 3 hours. We've got 1 hour left to go. Used 3/4 of a tank of diesel. We got 2 tanks. So I figured I'd top it off just because I don't know if I can fill it up once I have the bed on it. So I should be able to make it back home from here. We got an hour left to go to get the bed. I am leaking power steering fluid, but I have extra and I can just dump it there. So I think we're all good to go. We'll get back on the road. Well, we got the bed. I have to check straps and stuff. It's got to be scooched forward. The wheel well will line up better, but still might need some work. I gotta check my straps, got my toolbox kind of on there. Gonna check the lights and put a little bit of power steering fluid in it. But for White Lightning, it looks all right. I'll probably build some different fender flares out of steel or something. It's kind of a welding bed. There's bottle holes in it. I'll open the toolbox and give you guys a full video on it when we get back. And then I have a lot of work to do to this thing. It's gonna sit lower. I gotta mount it. I'm gonna put air to it and a whole bunch of things to make it a useful, probably welding / tool bed. So if you guys want to see that, that'll be on a different video. And we're gonna put some power steering fluid in and hit the road. We made it back, so I'll go ahead and show you the bed. It does need scooched up. The wheel well will line up better then. I'd still have to do some work. I'm gonna have to do something different with the hitch and maybe even cut the frame a little bit. It's got LED taillights in it. I don't know, this box will probably come off like someone did with that one. And got a lot of plans for this, for what we're gonna do to this. Quite a bit of work to make it a welding mechanic bed. It's got this toolbox over here. Got a bunch of rod in it, 60-10. Boxer rod back here. It's got a oxygen bottle holder there. Bed's kind of shifted to the side. I'm gonna build some little flares for the fenders. Came with a little bit of copper. I don't know what this is for, but I'm gonna assume it had a reel of some kind on it for an air hose or a torch hose or something. Here's another holder for an oxygen bottle. And then here there's a acetylene bottle holder. There's not nothing in that box. And then here's what this box looks like in the side. It's a nice solid box, but probably just need to cut it and get it out of the way. But that's what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching the video. Once again, all the likes, shares, comments, and any kind of support is appreciated. This is Black Diesel Garage, and we'll see you on the next one when we do more to this bed. Build it.